have lunch boxes downstairs. We'll take it down together. Question, come to me. Hey guys, no shouting, no chants. Hey, boys and girls in the back, we don't need to run around or climb on chairs. All right, I don't want to see that. So let's not run on the chairs. Not needed. Hey, people in the Gaga Ball pit, we will not play until y'all are quiet.
Yeah, when you're feeling down and motivated in the midweek, we got the guys here to make your life complete. Little John, Brandon, Cody, Carly, they're coming in to keep you motivated all week. New episode, same time every week. Don't gotta wait long for the next one to release. So don't go away, sit down, take a seat, enjoy Midweek Motivation with John and Carly. Hey.
Midweek Motivation.
Let's go!
All right, it's going to work. Oh,
Greetings.
greetings and salutations.
Yes.
Is that the right word? I don't know if that's right. You know what's weird is it's supposed to be showing audio up there, but it's not. So I'm not sure it's working. So I'm going to try to fix that. And if you want to welcome everybody to the show, because I don't know if they can hear us, but we're going to pretend that they can hear us.
Well, okay. Well, welcome everybody to Midweek Motivation, where we have real conversations with real people about a very real God.
We will make you a host yet.
Yes, one day I will be a host. Wait, I'm sort of a co-host.
Sort of
but
a co-host.
I'm more of like a weekly guest. If you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just here to talk and bring some what's the word?
Bring
I'm
some
looking
joy?
for? Joy
Some
and
levity?
positive attitude, levity
Levity is
into
good.
a dark world. Although the podcast is never dark. The podcast is nice. We have a good podcast show. Anyway, let us know in the chat that you're here, if you can hear anything that I'm saying right now. If you can't, just try to read my lips from behind the microphone. I'll bet you can't do it. I'll bet you $100. And also, if you text the word motivate to 540-900-3838, we'd love to hear from you. We're also available anywhere you find your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, I think just about anywhere, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I haven't put us on Google Podcasts yet.
Okay, not Google Podcasts. Sorry, Android users, but you brought this upon yourselves. Anything that you want to find, it is available in our app, the Parkway Church app. So find anything that you need. Oh, hey, is that me?
It is.
I hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you did hear everything that I just said. Thank goodness. And also, I'm kind of scared right now for my job.
Yeah. And if you were listening early and you heard someone giving instruction to young children, that was our good friend Brody. He's currently in the sanctuary, so he is instructing and keeping our summer camp children safe. So shout out to Brody. Thanks so much for keeping those kids safe. So Brody, I'm going to show my age just a little bit here. Okay. So Brody, I've known Brody for like 10 years. I've known Brody a while, and we haven't gone to church together that long, but I knew Brody when I was a youth pastor, when Brody was in high school. Oh. Brody used to be the kid, his dad used to run all the games at youth camp years ago when we do district youth camps together.
Okay.
And so now Brody was like, Brody's Brody. He's a good, energetic dude, he's a fun dude to be around, and he's Brody.
Yes.
He's always entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of he's always been the kid that just makes you laugh, right? He can always make you laugh, can always make you smile. It's always fun. And it's always funny the way he asks me questions too. It's always like, "Hey Darren, I was thinking," like, it's always a fun idea, right? So Brody has inherited this skill of coming up with goofy, silly games, and every once in a while we have to like reel him in, like,
Yep.
"Hey Amber, thanks for letting us know you could hear us. That's fantastic. Thank you,
Thank you, Amber.
Brody has this great skill of leading games and making games fun and engaging. So that's part of what Brody does at summer camp right now. He's in charge of all of the games, so they're running around the worship center right now. I think there's Gaga Ball, all that good stuff. So shout out to all of our summer camp workers, especially our good friend Brody, which you got to hear featured, on the midweek pre-show if you were here and paying attention.
And for those that don't know, you should not run on the tops of the chairs in the worship center.
It's true. And you know what?
Good idea.
Shout out to Brody for making sure the kids are not doing that. Thanks for
You're the
that,
real
Brody.
MVP.
And let's shout out to our friend Cody, who let us know early on that we had a hot mic. It's only happened like to these mics one time. And it was actually about a year ago when we were doing let's see, I think it was a KCA episode we were doing, or it might have been the NTS recap video.
Yeah.
I can't remember which episode it was, but speaking of NTS, we do have students at NTS right now. So we were able to send 100 students and leaders to NTS.
Crazy.
Like ridiculously cool. That was not the button I intended
Not
to hit,
the one.
but that was good timing.
Can I record some
I'll take
new
that.
audio for the board?
You can do anything you want.
Let's go.
You-
I got some ideas.
You're welcome to do anything that you like. That would be fantastic.
I don't know about anything.
We probably do need some sound bites because I've been saying, or Carly and I have been saying, we need to cut the blank space out of that "Let's Go" button for forever, and we just never have. So I always have to hit it early, and it never times well.
No.
It's not great. But NTS is happening right now. We were able to send 100 students and leaders to South Carolina on the campus of Southern Wesleyan University. So they had like this nice long 5.5 hour bus ride or so. The AC actually went out on one of the buses.
No, of course it did.
And I'll tell you,
Gross.
look, if you have teenagers, especially teenage boys, like you can empathize with this. So I texted Hudson and asked him if he was on the bus with the AC when the AC went out. He said, "Nope."
Oh.
That was it. That was the whole conversation. That was it.
Agree.
And then I texted him the other day, just let him know, hey, we miss you. Just check in, make sure you're alive and stuff.
Yeah.
He said, I said something like, love you or whatever. He said, you too, Dad.
They can't type out "love you." They just gotta say, "Yep."
Yep.
Yep,
Welcome
same
to conversations with 14-year-old boys, right? So if you have teenage sons or if you have had teenage sons, thank you for your empathy in this matter and your continued prayer.
I was a teenage boy once,
I was too, but
I
felt
did
like,
text "I love you." I did do that.
See, I feel like I did. I don't know if I did that, but I feel like I was always a little more talkative, expressive. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I
Something
think
like that.
part of that is maybe your parents did the same, but my parents fully expected me to look at people that were talking to me in their eyes and to respond and talk back. So it's kind of a requirement.
Yeah, I don't know if my parents were on the Lynn Worley level there, but
I mean, all my parents did a really good job at enforcing that. Just common respect.
yeah,
For the
that's always
elders.
good.
If somebody at church is saying hi to you, just say hi back. It's not
They
hard.
must have done something right because we grew up with people telling. I overheard people telling my parents all the time, like, what great sons they had.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that didn't and we were pretty good. Like, none of us have ever been in jail or anything like that. We all have
Right.
families. It's all good things. We're decent contributing members of society. But I mean, so either they didn't know about some stuff, or they were just really kind, right? Or maybe they were trying to speak that into existence. Like, we see these kids, but we're going to say good things about them, so that maybe
They
they'll-
manifest it.
right? Maybe they'll manifest it and start to believe it. Which, hey, not a bad strategy. And if that's the case, it worked.
Yep.
So, or we could just give my parents credit for raising good kids.
Yes.
So,
And there are a lot of good parents out there who are trying their best.
right?
know.
That's the truth. Because we both know parenting is not for the weak.
No. It hardens you. You grow calloused. It's a tough world out there.
I mean, it ain't easy. Was that Kermit? It ain't easy being green.
It ain't easy being green. Yeah. What is NFT in? What is that?
Oh, do you not know?
No.
That's Night for the
Oh,
Nations.
Night for the Duh. I'm
man.
not good with
acronyms.
yes.
I
that's
know the
word
Marine
I'm
Corps
looking
didn't
for.
probably have many acronyms. That's probably okay.
Actually, it only consisted of acronyms. That's the only language I spoke. It wasn't full English.
Speaking of Night for the Nations, it is coming up August the 23rd. One of the coolest things that we get to do, we set up speakers and which actually we've got our friends from Lee Hartman sponsoring it this year.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if it's really sponsored because we're spending a good amount of money for them to bring it in. So,
Well, you know what? They're going to be here.
but we'll call them sponsored. They're good friends of ours. They'll be here providing the sound and everything. So we'll have a stage out. Parkway Worship I think we're leading off. That's what we did last year.
Okay.
We'll have Parkway Worship is leading in worship. We'll have vendors all the way around. we moved it up to the top of the hill last year, which is just fantastic.
Yes, it's great.
And so you get to be outside worshiping on the mountain. Great music. We had there's actually a couple that lives down in the area, and they heard the music, and that's one of the reasons they decided to start coming to Parkway.
Oh, cool.
Because they could hear the music from their house. So
Wow.
it will be cranking. But it's a great time. It's really cool to kind of be outside as the sun is setting and worshiping, and very relaxed. Well, our friend Steve Henderson from Church of the Holy Spirit will be here. He's bringing his choir, and you better believe he's going to be bringing his bass.
Yep.
Nobody's like Steve. We love Steve. And then our friends Living Lyrics, Holly, and our very own Hannah Moore, and the rest of the crew there. They change a little bit, so I'm not sure who everybody else is, but they'll be here leading worship as well. So it's always a great time. We get to partner with a lot of our mission partners, or you'll be able to hear about some missions opportunities, how you can serve neighbors and nations.
Be some good food.
Yeah, and there's delicious food.
Everybody loves food.
Did you have the tacos last year?
Yes, I did.
Tacos
They
were
good.
fantastic.
They were very good.
The line was long,
Yes.
but it was well worth it.
Yep.
But fantastic. We have all of our missions partners, especially our local missions partners, are here. You get to hear some opportunities of how you can participate in local missions and serve our community. And I heard a rumor that there would be maybe a little dance presentation.
There will be,
featuring
yes,
some Parkway kids.
Yes, there will be a dance that Parkway kids will be a part of, and it's going to be really good.
That's going to be a good time. So make sure you're part of that Night for the Nations, August the 23rd. I don't know what time, but it's it'll be there. You'll hear more about it, but that's a whole month. So save the date right now. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your phone. Text everybody you know in the next 30 seconds, which would be very impressive if you could do that. Or less impressive if you just don't know many people.
Send all? Is that a thing?
I mean, that seems like
I
a
don't
thing.
know.
I've never
You
done
can do it in email.
That seems like a great way to lose a bunch of friends and put
Right.
somebody in.
Promote your business.
How many? This is random, but just go with me here. How many contacts do you think you have in your phone right now?
How many do I know I have? I can tell you, I don't have any more than like 300.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's it? That doesn't seem like enough. All right, hold on.
I'm an introvert,
Mostly
Darren.
curious. Okay. Hey, I'm an introvert too, at least on the books.
Most of my contacts work here.
Mine too. I just pretend to be an extrovert very well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check this right now. And I'm just going to encourage you right now, everybody grab your phone. Let's see how many contacts you have in your phone. This will be a fun little test. Now,
Oh no, it's way less than that.
I have not cleaned out contacts in probably decades since I started with a phone. Okay, I don't think I have cleaned out contacts. So you got to. Oh wow, that's actually
Hey,
less than I
JP.
thought.
Mm.
I have less than I thought.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna have more. So how many do you have?
Well, to preface this, a few years back, I did a mass purge of a lot of the contacts in my phone. I was like, who are you? I'm sure I knew you a while ago, but I have no idea who you are. So right now, I have 75 contacts in my phone.
Wow,
75 people, and I don't talk to nearly that many.
that's so lean.
Are we sure? Wait a minute. That can't be right. Oh, wait a minute. That's just Gmail contacts.
Oh yeah, come on. You
All contacts, including iCloud. Oh, I see. 494. Never mind.
oh, you got way more than I got.
494.
I mean, not much more than I got. I thought I would have too many. This I don't know if this makes me feel better or worse about mine. I have 462.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
I feel
Yeah.
a little more calibrated.
I don't know half.
That
of those
doesn't
people.
seem so bad.
I don't know half of those people.
So I was in sales for several years. So there's a lot of people in here that are like people I tried to sell stuff to, and people like I talked to once. And I'll tell you. So there's sometimes have you ever saved people in your phone that's like you don't actually know their name, or knowing their name isn't going to help you, so you put them into something else?
Guy from youth camp with the beard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I have one in my phone as Tree Guy. Can you guess what he does? And I can tell
Lawnmower
you,
engine repair.
I can tell you exactly what I used it for. Right after we bought our house, our realtor hooked us up with a guy who does trees, and his name was challenging.
with you.
There's a dude in my phone that I still have that it was the first big sale that I didn't close. It was going to be fantastic, and I couldn't close it, and it has haunted me for years. And his number is still in my phone, and I don't do that anymore, so I'm never going to close that sale. But it's just one I've held on to. Just just a little sad. I don't know why we went down that road, but I'm curious. Put in the chat how many contacts you have in your phone. Let's see if anybody has more than Trevor and I. There's got to be somebody.
Oh,
Cody has 192.
Oh.
Too lazy to save numbers. I do that too.
Riding that anxiety.
There's some numbers I can just recognize that I'll see, but it stresses Courtney out because I can have text messages from people and I know who they are because at some point in the conversation they've said who they are.
Yeah.
Right. So I know who they are and I can recognize the number enough. Right. But it drives Courtney nuts. So every once in a while she'll grab my phone. If she sees that, she'll say.
Hey, to be fair, iPhone usually just tells me who people are after they send me a text.
It really does.
So it's pretty neat.
It's fantastic.
Also kind of scary. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's Skynet.
Yeah. If on a random note, not really a random note because we were going to talk about it anyway. If you don't have any church maherch, you need to get on it, okay? There are a lot of shirts and I guess hats and things for all ages, okay? There's some cool stuff on there. Just take a few minutes. There's probably 4 or 5 pages worth of merchandise that you can sift through. But I'm sure you'll find something that you really enjoy, something that you think is cool, and
something cool like this very cool Parkway hat. Yeah, which look at that!
Wow,
that's what it looks like right side.
Neat. You should keep it the other way.
You know what's so funny about this shirt? I love it, or this hat. When I wear it, I catch people looking at it, and they're like really confused. Like, what does this hat say? It's fantastic. Shout out to Cody Weddle who inspired this hat.
Honestly, it says "yaw crap."
Somebody pointed that out. I had a friend in my group pointed that out. Like, well, you're not supposed to look at it that way. Right? That's not what it is. Amber has 191. John has 136. We officially have too many.
Yeah. I guess I need to do another purge.
Good
Thank
heavens.
you guys.
I mean, we are knocking on the door of 500.
Yikes.
And maybe. So is it laziness or are we just that good at we're just connected with that many people?
I don't even have that many Facebook friends, dude.
I didn't even want to think about that. Is that a thing? Does Facebook even show you how many friends you have anymore?
Yes, they do. They show you how many friends you have. And I thought I was intentionally not having as many friends because I only want to add people that I actually know and talk to. And I keep getting requests. And I'm like, hey, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to you yet, but I'll get to you at some point. And most of them I have gotten around to.
But it's so much work to go through and delete people. And it feels bad. Like,
yeah.
I feel a slight bit of remorse. Like, I'm always afraid, like, if I were to unfriend somebody or remove somebody as a friend on Facebook, it's like, I always feel like they're going to notice and be like, why doesn't he want to be my friend anymore? It's like, I thought we were tight. Like, even though we've never spoken. I have Facebook friends I've never met. And that is due to a former student of mine who got on my Facebook one day. The greatest prank you could ever do to anybody. Okay. This kid did. He got on my Facebook because I left my office door open and my laptop up with Facebook logged in. So he gets on my Facebook and just starts sending requests to just a billion people that he knows.
Wow.
So I am friends with so many people in the Nazarene Church in Virginia that I have never met. But he knows all these people. He's gone to camp with them.
They're good people. The Nazarene Church.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
people.
great people. Look,
Yeah.
I have friends that I have watched their children grow up over the years. This has been nearly a decade. And they just pop up all the time. It's like, oh, that's interesting. And they're all church people. So, I watch church people stuff. But yeah, excellent prank to pull on people. It's fantastic. So to this day, I'm still finding people that I didn't know I was friends with that are one of my former students friended for me. So thanks, Buck. Appreciate that. It's actually Christine's nephew that did it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
great. He's a good kid. Shout out to Buck. He's a missionary living somewhere in Florida now, doing some kind of missions work. Great kid. Awesome. Fun kid. He's also got a very slappable face. At least he did when he was in high school.
Been told the same thing.
Yeah, me too. He's a good kid. We tell Owen that too. That's just the way it is. Some of us just have that.
Really, everybody has a slappable face.
Yeah, but some people's faces are just like a little extra slappable.
Looking at you, Levi.
He's probably at Chick-fil-A right now.
Yeah,
He's not watching.
Not even
he's
offering
probably
us
at
any
Chick-fil-A
food.
right now.
Wow.
But yes, go to parkwayroanoke.com/merch. The link's in the chat. You can get your Parkway merch. There's actually a really cool shirt on there as well. That it's got a QR code on the back, and it says, "How can I pray for you?" But the QR code will take them directly to our website where they can, submit a prayer request. They can do it anonymously, or they can put their name in. We can connect with them. But what a cool ministry tool for people that it's like, I really want somebody to be praying for me right now, even if they don't really know that that's what they want, right? It's a cool opportunity just to put a little bit of that out there in the world and just give people an opportunity to be prayed for and be ministered to. And, hey, maybe even open up a conversation, right? Because I think it even says some stuff you put together. But it's like, need prayer, tap me on the shoulder. But then it gives them the opportunity. They can scan that QR code, and there's a group of people that'll be praying for them as well. So lots
really
of cool things on there, cool hats. If you have cool ideas, cool designs, we just came up with one last night at worship practice, and now it's escaping me. Let's make some music.
Yeah, let's make some music.
that'd be a good
that's
one.
Marshall's catchphrase before
Yeah.
we start practice.
That's pretty fantastic.
It's pretty nice.
Every single week.
Every
Great.
week. Never miss it.
But anyways, tonight. Good night. It is not tonight. Today, I want to piggyback a little bit off of something Dustin shared on Sunday. So we've been going through this winning series, all about Romans 8, a little bit of Romans 7, the idea of freedom and what it means to be free in Christ. Happy birthday to you. Oh,
That's a pretty good idea.
Not
Not bad.
Yeah, like, I'm still trying to figure out why you asked me my birthday today. I'm still a little concerned about that. So we're sitting in my office, or probably just our office was more accurate. And Trevor's just like, "Hey, when's your birthday?" And I still don't know why.
I
I
was
went
doing
ahead
a
and
thing-
offered my social security number and my mother's maiden name,
your credit card
my
number,
credit card number.
3-digit code on the back.
Figured I might as well just give it all to
Yeah.
him, because I figured that's a direction.
It was
to
for
go.
something, and it's completely lost into the ether at this point. I'm not planning anything for your birthday. I'm sorry. I will give you a big hug.
Well, hey, I'll take that. That's
You know,
fine.
I'm poor.
Yeah,
so I can't
September
give you money.
23rd, in case you're wondering, it's my birthday. I will be 97. Yes, I do look great for my age. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
97 in dog years.
I don't even know what that would be in human years. 97 dog years. I'm not doing that math.
Nope. Too much.
Do that math if you feel like it. But yeah, Dustin's been taking us through this series called Winning, talking all about freedom. Been a fantastic series, and the response from folks have been amazing. And one of the things that I love that we do here at Parkway is we don't shy away from teaching good biblical theology, right?
Yeah.
Our teachers and our pastors, they don't shy away from difficult and challenging and sometimes even divisive topics, right? That maybe that are big concepts that have been challenging to understand and things like that. And they just do such a great job of breaking them down and making them real clear, right? Like, I've been in church a long time, and I've always wondered like how to teach on some of these things, like some of the things Dustin shared on Sunday, like not the easiest topic to discuss, right?
Right. Yeah, it's difficult.
Fantastic. I will tell you, I had a ton of fun getting to be on stage, a game show that we created together.
Yes.
Bible or Bogus. That was a ton of fun. And the whole idea, one, the look on Billy's face at the 9 a.m. service when I called him out. One, if you're sitting on the front row, right, and I know you, I'm so sorry. It's just going to happen, right? That's what you get.
You're done for.
That's the way it is. And that's exactly what happened. So our good friend Billy, one of the greatest men's ministry leaders of all time, sitting on the front row, great sport, called him out, made him participate. And then our friends Kendra and Aaliyah, they're part of our worship team in Echoes, and they're always on the front row, right?
Oh, yeah.
And man, I saw them sitting there, I saw Billy sitting there, I was like, this is just going to happen, right? Yeah. So they were able to participate. And I want to say, somebody asked, John Brunk asked me if anybody got anything wrong. It's like, honestly, I have no idea. Wasn't really paying attention.
You're trying to stick to the script.
Right? Yes. So I will tell you, all of that was genuine. Those three, they had no idea.
Right.
I did have people that I had talked to, the people that I use in 1030. I talked to them beforehand, right?
Oh.
And I wasn't, look, in case you were watching that and you were wondering, like, what if he called out a new person? I wouldn't have done that, right?
No.
I wasn't going to do that, right?
Right.
So if you come to Parkway, the odds of you getting randomly called up on stage are basically
Zero.
right? Not completely zero. Right? Because if
Yeah.
I'm up there and you're sitting on the front row and I know who you are, I wouldn't say there's zero, but
Yeah.
not super likely. But super fun game show. It was something Dustin asked us to put together. It was his idea, and then we kind of expanded on it a little bit. But the whole idea was, if you missed it, you should go back and watch it. It was a great time. Especially, I think they were both fun.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite, 9 a.m. was probably my favorite, just because the look on their faces when I called them out just made me so happy. It just harkened back to my good youth pastor days.
Oh yeah.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
Those were super fun. So go back and watch that. But the whole idea of the show, the game show, was there are things in Scripture that we've either misinterpreted or have just become, I don't think it's just part of living in America. Like, there's certain things that are just so ubiquitous, right? You like that word? That's a $5 word.
It is.
So normal and just a part ingrained of our culture that, they're good things that we just kind of assume they're in Scripture, right? Like, we had some fun ones in there. The reaction we got when we did Star Wars was so great. Like, I didn't realize we had that many Star Wars fans that came to Parkway.
Well, it's been around for so long. Pretty
Right?
much everybody has heard, like, oh, well, that's obviously Yoda. I mean, how can you not?
Exactly.
That's Yoda.
How do you not know, right? And I'm sure there were some that didn't know, but we had a great time with that. So go back and watch that; it was fun. But the whole idea was all leading up to this verse that the message was based on, Romans 8:28. Trevor, you want to read them that?
And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose.
So the way we phrased it in the game show was, all things work together for my good, which is actually, that's a line in an Elevation song. I can't remember the name of the song.
You turn it. Wait.
Make all things work together for my good.
Oh, I don't know the name of the song.
I think it's an
I
Elevation
think I know
song.
what you're talking about.
If you can tell what song that is from my poor recollection and poor singing, put it in the chat. Help us out.
You'll get a golf clap.
You will get a golf clap, an official golf clap. But the yeah, John Bronco. I did think about having Pastor John up there.
That would have been cheating, though. He would have known every one of them.
But how great would it have been if he had gotten one wrong?
Oh, not great.
Right? Wouldn't that have been fantastic? Wouldn't have been fun. I did think about it. I wasn't going to do that, but I thought about it. Maybe next time. Maybe we'll bring back Bible or Bogus at some point.
Yes.
Maybe one day. But the whole idea was birthed kind of out of the misinterpretation of that verse, and the whole message is just kind of summarizes that whole idea, like, all things work together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose, right?
Yeah.
Not all things work together for my good. Like, God makes good things happen to me, right? Well, while that may be true, right, then how do we handle the things that are not good, right? How do we handle the bad things? Which is really kind of what Dustin was getting at in that message of what do we do? How do we answer that question of, God is good, but things in my life that are happening are not good, right? Why do bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people, right? Age-old question, and probably in some cases a lot of the reason that people have left church or left Christianity because they haven't been able to reconcile those things.
Yes.
Right. We talked about Job, and I'm not going to get too deep into that, but just suffice to say, if you're struggling with that, I tell you that message would be a great one to listen back to, take notes, and even argue with Dustin a little bit. Right. Just in your own head. That's what I do every time I listen to somebody. Which maybe that might be a problem, but that is what it
Who are
is.
you talking to? The voices in my head. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I'm just arguing with the preacher in my podcast. Not a big deal. It's okay. But fantastic message. If you've ever struggled with that question, or if you know people that are like, I wouldn't mind going to church, but I just can't trust a God that allows bad things to happen to good people. Like, hey, that's a great question, and you are not alone struggling with that. But Dustin answers a lot of those things, so we're not going to get too into that. But one of the things I want to focus on is he brought up this idea of submitting yourself, right? Trusting that God intends things for your good, right?
Right.
And that even out of the bad things, good is going to come.
That's right.
Right. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, if you've lived life for more than like 10 minutes, right, you've seen some bad things happen to you in life, right? And it brought up this thought when he was sharing this. There's this book that Courtney and I read years and years ago. It was actually part of our pre-marriage counseling. We've been married for 16 years on August the 8th. Yeah, I remember that. She keeps getting on me because I keep saying 15. It's not 15, it's 16. But, past 10, it's a lot and it's good,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
just, the number is less important, right?
Right.
Maybe. Most wives would probably not agree with that.
I disagree.
I don't think my wife agrees with that, so we'll go with
Yeah.
that. But we read this book years and years ago by a couple called Eric and Leslie Ludy. Have you ever heard of this book?
No, I have not actually.
Never once? Okay. So it's a great book. It's definitely worth reading, especially if you're in any kind of relationship or really if you're just, growing or just struggling to understand, what it looks like to submit to God. They have this book's called When God Writes Your Love Story. And they wrote another book called When God Writes Your Life Story, right? The love story is more like relationships, how to find a godly relationship and how to build one and all that good stuff, right? Excellent book. Can't recommend it enough. I'm sure it's still good 16 years later. But I can tell you it's good because this is a book I actually read.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have to have somebody read it to me. I actually read it, which was a rarity 16 years ago. But there's this great example in the book about giving God the pen of your life, right? Which maybe you've heard this before. I think I've talked about this on Midweek before, truthfully. But it's this whole idea when Dustin was talking about trusting that because God intends all things for your good. Now, we actually shared a clip of this with Dustin from the message on Sunday, but submit yourself to that intention of God. Submit yourself to God's plan and put your trust in Him that what He's got in store for you is good, right?
Yeah.
And that's not an easy thing to do. But when he said that this is the example that brought to my mind of, and how many times have we as grown-ups or people that have are growing up, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd consider myself a grown-up. Can I call myself a growing up?
Physically or mentally?
I mean, I'm still growing physically, just not the direction
right
I'd like
way.
to, truthfully. And it's like
Trending
my
in the
hair
wrong
is,
direction.
growing inward.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it just grew down through my head this
Amen,
way,
brother.
Yeah. But yes, Courtney, we love that book. Fantastic. Can't recommend enough. If you want to borrow it, I think it's at home somewhere, probably in a box. It's been years since we've read it, but Courtney could probably find it for you. What was it? Oh, yeah, but I love that idea. Like, we've tried to write our own story. Like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to graduate high school, and I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to study this, and I'm going to get a job, and 2 years into college, I'm going to meet my wife. We're going to get married. All these things, and we have this idea of how our life is going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've lived for more than a few minutes, right, you know that it just doesn't go according to plan.
Right.
Right. So the whole idea of the book and the example is, instead of trying to write your own story, right, hand that pen over to God and just let Him write it. Trust Him. Submit yourself to the plan that God has for you. Right. So that's one of the questions we even shared on Sunday. Right. It's that verse, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. Right. And we've talked about that right here on Midweek. But sacrificing your own plans, right, and submitting those plans to God, trusting that He's going to bring good out of it. And that's really what Dustin shared on Sunday. And again, I don't want to rehash all that or anything, but I thought that I wanted to share that example with you. you give God the pen of your life, right? Hand that over, because He's never sent people the wrong direction, right?
Exactly.
I mean, have you ever heard anybody say like, well, I was going to do this, and then God told me to go this direction? It's like, He was way wrong.
No, never heard that.
Right? People don't say that. I've never heard that. Never heard that from anybody. And if you look through Scripture, I mean, how many times has God directed people away that's like, I don't know if that sounds quite right, you know?
Yeah. God has certainly redirected my course because I went a way that I wanted to go rather than the way that He intended for me to go. So He had to, take over.
Well, and it's funny too. It's funny you say that, because I feel like sometimes the bad things or the bad situations we find ourselves in life, like this has certainly been true in my life. Maybe it's true in y'all's life too. But the bad things I find myself in tend to be the consequences of my own decisions.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Now, certainly not always. Bad things happen, right, that are not of your own accord. That's just the way life is. But how many times have we found ourselves in situations like, oh, I definitely did this to myself, you know?
Yep.
and that's one thing that's always been amazing to me about God is very rarely, some people have this vision of God like He's sitting in heaven ready to throw lightning bolts at you, get you if you mess up, right? I really don't see that.
No.
I don't really see that in especially in the New Testament, right? I don't see God punishing people that way. I think more than anything, what God tends to do, at least what's been true in my life, is God has given me freedom to make my own decisions.
Right.
And then when I'm not making wise decisions, right, God has allowed me to live with the consequences of that.
Right.
Right? So God doesn't need to throw lightning bolts at me, right?
Yep.
Because I'm just living in my own consequences.
Right.
Right? And so that's why I love that example so much. Like, we try so hard just to write our own story and plan it all out. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have plans. You should have goals, you should have plans, you absolutely should, but man, hold those things loosely.
Yeah. Prayer should be a huge part of the decision and plan making.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are in constant prayer when there's a big decision coming up, the odds of you making the wrong decision are slim to none.
Yeah.
Because God will guide your hand in that process.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think that's part of being in tune and being regularly connecting with God, right? Like if I just talk to my spouse like once a week for 15 minutes, like we're not going to be on the same page about how we're going to make financial decisions, how we're going to make family decisions, like where we're going to live, or how we're going to raise our kids, or what we value, or how am I going to understand the heart of my spouse, right? When I'm not connecting with them daily, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, connect with your spouse daily, in case you were unclear. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're not devoted in prayer, right? How can you be allowing God to write your story, right? How many things could you have avoided in your life, right? How many detours could you have avoided, right? I mean, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, right?
Right.
God's detours aren't painful, right?
Nope.
They're life-giving. But I just want us to think about that this week. Is what? Well, I'll leave you with this verse. Actually, Trevor, I'll leave you with this verse in a second. But life very rarely goes according to our plans, right? Almost never.
Almost never.
I would say almost never. And maybe if you're a person where it's like everything has worked out for me exactly the way I had planned for it, I would love to hear that story. I would love to read your book.
Yeah.
Because you definitely need to read that. You definitely need to write that book, because I would buy it.
Yeah.
If that's actually the case. But hit him with that last verse, and we'll leave him with that.
So Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be on the top 5 verses of every Christian.
Absolutely. That's one we should have done on Bible or
I mean-
Bogus. Maybe we should have put that on there. That's like definitely on a coffee mug.
Yeah.
It's not on this one. You can't see what's on this one. And it'd be backwards if I could get it close enough. But
Can make it silly and just say, please don't lean on your own understanding.
I think the coolest part in that is, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. I think that's always been my favorite thing. Or, oh man, I was just blanking. There's another way that it's translated in other translations. I can't think of it right now. I had it earlier, and I thought I should write that down because I want to mention that, and then I didn't.
Oh,
If only I wrote notes.
bummer.
Goodness. But I just love that idea of, this whole idea of like we have plans, we have a path, and when you're trusting in God to direct those paths, they're straight. I mean, they're probably much more. Anybody, you like winding roads and going back and forth on, like, nobody likes that.
No.
It makes people seasick, right? But it carries with it that idea of making your paths straight, making your paths palatable. Is that the word I want to use? That seems like it's a word.
I usually use that
That's
when
the right
it comes
word.
to food.
Yeah, sure.
I just got another good T-shirt idea.
Ooh, what is it?
Proverbs 3, verse 6. It has a stick figure with like a distressed face on a windy road, and it just says, I didn't acknowledge him, with a capital H.
I can see that. All right, we'll design that after the show. That's a good one.
Let us know in the comments what you think of my stupid T-shirt design.
Good
and
heavens.
if you
See
would
if you
actually
can
buy it.
imagine it. Or, tell you what, or just design it.
That too.
That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the challenge I want to leave you with this week is how do you need to submit to God's plan this week, right? In what ways do you need to give God the pen of your life? Consider that, think about that, and then make some changes. In what ways do you need to acknowledge him this week?
When in doubt, if you're trying to come up with something, just submit all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can promise you the result will be very satisfactory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes from two pretty old guys. I wouldn't consider us old guys in comparison to some people, but we're pretty old.
You're pretty old. I'm
Mm,
kind of old. You're pretty old.
well, that's true. I am pretty old. So how about seasoned? We can consider ourselves seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned? Grizzled? I don't know what age we have to be grizzled yet. I don't think we're grizzled.
Our beards aren't long enough.
Oh, good heavens. We were doing so good.
Yeah.
That
we
was
almost made it.
One of our best shows yet.
Yeah.
I did put the
Good
link in
job.
the chat to the message from Sunday. Please go back and watch that. It's fantastic. We don't get, by the way, just so we're clear, we don't get paid for any of these views, right? Like, we don't get money. We're not YouTubers. We don't get more money the more
But we
people
will
watch
be.
the show, right? One of these days. We're technically YouTubers. We are on YouTube. We're not monetized. So, and we don't get paid if you buy T-shirts either. We should work on that.
Royalties.
We should work on some
Share us with
royalties
your
and
friends.
some rev sharing. That's what we need to do. We need to have a talk with our illustrious leader about that. But we'd love for you to share this message with somebody. Share that message from somebody. There's somebody in your life that needs that message of hope, a little bit of motivation. That's what we're here for. So thanks again for joining us for another episode of Midweek Motivation. You can text the word motivate to be a part of our group to 540-938-38. That's the number.
There it is.
You know it.
Nice.
Share this with somebody. Have a great week and stay motivated.
See you Sunday.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, when you're feeling down and motivated in the midweek, we got the guys here to make your life complete. Little John, Brandon, Cody, Carly, they're coming in to keep you motivated all week. New episode, same time every week. Don't gotta wait long for the next one to release. So don't go away, sit down, take a seat, enjoy Midweek Motivation with John and Carly. Hey.
Midweek Motivation.
Let's go!